ટોપ મોસ્ટ સુરતને પણ ગુજરાતના કહી શકાય અથવા તો ઇન્ડિયાના પણ કહી શકાય જૂનામાં જૂના જેની ઉંમર અત્યારે 84 વર્ષ છે. 84 વર્ષ છતાં પણ એ અત્યારે પેશન્ટની ટ્રીટમેન્ટ કરે છે. તો આવા ધુરંધર હોમિયોપેથ આપણે કહીએ જેમની પાસેથી આપણે નોલેજ લેવાનું છે તો એની વધારે જોડાણ નથી આપતો. આપણે એમના મુખેથી સાંભળીશું અને સાહેબે એક બુક બહાર પાડેલી છે ગુજરાતી સરળ હોમિયોપેથિક સારવાર. તો આ જે બુક છે એ લગભગ 3 વર્ષ થઈ ગયા. 3 વર્ષ થઈ ગયા કે
ના ઘણા વર્ષ.
હા, આપણે હમાઈમાં ગઈ વખતે બધાને આપેલી અને આપણા માસ્ટર બ્લાસ્ટર પ્રેસિડેન્ટ મુકુંદભાઈ કે જેઓ સતત 4.5 વર્ષથી પ્રેસિડેન્ટ છે એટલે એમને એક મોટા મોટી તક મળી ત્યારે શરૂઆતમાં ફર્સ્ટ યરમાં આપણે આ બુક આપણે બધાને લગભગ આપેલી ત્યારે. તો બધાને તો મજા આવે છે ને આમાં? હજી આગળ આપણે એક્સટેન્શન કરવું છે? તૈયાર થઈ ગયા. તો હવે વધારે ટાઈમ ન બગાડતો સાહેબને ઇન્વાઇટ કરીશ. સર પ્લીઝ. જયેશભાઈ
આ ચાલશે.
ચાલશે.
તો મને આ નહીં ફાવે.
ને આ પેલું કોલરનું નથી અહીંયા માઇક સાથે નહીં ફાવે એમ કે
આ નહીં ચાલે. લાવ જો ટ્રાય કરું છે. તમારું માઇક છે ને હાલી જાય.
હા સાહેબ અહીં આવી દો. જયેશભાઈ સાહેબનું સરનામ પુષ્પગુસ્ત સાહેબ.
આપણે સેક્રેટરી જયેશભાઈ વિનંતી કરીશ કે સાહેબનો પુષ્પગુસ્ત છે.
હવે તો જો
બધી ટ્રાય કરો. કા રાખો છે એટલે.
ચાલો.
હલો, માય વોઇસ ઇઝ ક્લિયર? હલો, નજીક રાખો. Actually, I have no habit of speaking with the mic. So if there is any mistake, please excuse. Hello, okay. See, actually, I am not to give tips, but I will give tips of the whole materia medica. So we have to study some small tips of every drugs. Suppose we take pulmo vulpis. We have one drug, pulmo vulpis. Now say pulmo means lungs and vulpis means varu. કૂતરા જેવું એક પ્રાણી છે. એને એકચ્યુઅલી આ કોન્સ્ટન્ટ હફતો જોઈએ છે. એનું મોં ક્યારેય બંધ નથી હોતું. સો પલ્મો વલ્પિસ ઇઝ ધ બેસ્ટ મેડિસિન ફોર એક્યુટ asthma. If you know this pulmo vulpis meaning, you can naturally know the pulmo vulpis is the best medicine for acute asthma. Now see, in the history of Blata, a homeopath had one patient of asthma and he was unable to cure. But one day, the patient himself told him, "Sir, I am completely better." So homeopath went to his place and asked, "What did you do in the morning?" I just took the tea. મને કે ટીની તપેલી બતાવો. અને ચાની તપેલીમાં એક વંદો પડેલો હતો, બળી ગયો. અને since then actually he found that Plata orientalis is the best medicine for acute asthma. If you know such history, the entire materia medica is easy. And Plata orientalis is a good medicine for asthma in generally stout, blonde people, not very thin and weak people. See, we take another example, Sina. Now see the common name of Sina, synonymous of Sina, it is worm seed. The name itself suggests it is a medicine for the worms. Because common name of Sina is worms. So whenever there is a child is irritable, boring the nose, and there is a worms trouble, Sina is the first medicine. Now when we talk about the worms, take another example of Spigelia. See, Spigelia was invented by Professor Spigel, but its full name is Spigelia anthelmintica. Now what is the meaning of anthelmintica? Vermicide or vermifuge. The worms मारी सके कि worms मार फेंके. So if you know the meaning of the drug, you can study easily that Spigelia anthelmintica is a medicine for the worms, and the patient suffering from stammering speech plus worms, Spigelia is the first drug. Now we know that you must have studied that in aconite, heart is the center of all the symptoms, isn't it? Now why so? See, the pygmies of Africa used to apply aconite secretion on the pointed portion of the arrow, and they were shooting the victims. Victim was dying by the heart attack, and that is why aconite is the medicine for the heart attack. And even whenever the heart attack comes, you give just aconite in any potencies of 30, 200, one dose. You repeat one dose after 10 minutes, and third dose after another 10 minutes. The heart attack will be temporarily subside, and then you can hospitalize him. In the same way, there is medicine for snake bite. Now, can you suggest me what is the medicine for snake bite? Remember, લેકેસિસ અજગર છે અને નાજા નાગ છે. આપણે નાગનું ઝેર ચડે છે. That's why Naja is the first medicine for snake bite. You give repeatedly few doses and the emergency will be covered by Naja. Actually, Naja means a naga, but as European people cannot pronounce certain words. Say for example, our river is Yamuna. They made it Jamuna. Krishna's mother is Yashoda. They made it Jashoda. In the same way, perhaps this Naga might have converted into Naja. So Naja is again a first medicine for the snake bite. Now we come to belladonna. See, belladonna is beautiful. Donna means doll. So those children who are beautiful, attractive, the belladonna is the first medicine for them. If any complaints come in them, you can think of belladonna. Again come to euphrasia. Now see, euphrasia, common name, eye bright. So in any disease where the eye is bright, the severe conjunctivitis, eye bright, severe conjunctivitis. In any disease, eye bright is there, euphrasia is the medicine. And euphrasia drug picture can be covered by only three symptoms. Euphrasia excoriate eyes, euphrasia cough or asthma better by light. So in the whole Materia Medica, we have all the drugs which are cough aggravate by light, and that is a common symptoms. But cough better by light, we have only euphrasia and soriatic. And third symptom is menses scanty and short, only for 1 hour. So in 3 symptoms, entire euphrasia drug picture is covered. Now we have one more drug for the scanty menses for 1 day, and that is sepia. Now sepia is a sea fish. દરિયાની ફિશ છે, અને નેટ્રેમ્યુર is a sea product. And we know that thyroid is related with the iodine disorder. So those who are suffering from thyroid trouble, and if the patients are non-veg, we advise to eat sea fish, not river fish. And sepia and lectrimure, both the sea products, are good medicine for thyroid disorders, especially hypothyroidism. And I can see sepia ink contains phosphorus. Sepia ink contains phosphorus. Now in phosphorus also you will find Actually, menses is prolonged, but not profuse. So sepia, phosphorus may become complementary to one another. Whenever you require some changes in the symptoms, you can think of phosphorus. Now again, see, in phosphorus soil, Elysium cepa, onion grows. So whenever there is acute coryza, especially in summer, we think of Elysium cepa, and after giving relief with the Elysium cepa, for permanent cure, we can think of phosphorus. See how easy Materia Medica is. Now see again Natrium, the C product. It is a medicine for chronic grief. And its acute is Ignacia for the acute grief. You won't believe, ઘણી વાર હું કોઈના બેસણામાં જાઉં છું તો એકચ્યુઅલી ઇગ્નેશિયા લઈને જાઉં છું અને પેશન્ટના નિયરેસ્ટ રિલેટિવ્સને તો પ્રેક્ટિકલી આપું છું કે તમે આ દવા લેજો. એકચ્યુઅલી આપણે સ્વજન તો પાછું ન લાવી શકીએ, પણ સ્વજનનું દુઃખ સહન કરવા માટે ઇગ્નેશિયા ઇઝ બેસ્ટ. તમે જો કોઈક વાર કોઈના બેસણામાં જવાનું થાય, ઇગ્નેશિયા લઈને જજો, દે વિલ બી હેપી. સો ઇગ્નેશિયા ઇઝ ફોર એક્યુટ grief, and its complementary Natrium is for chronic grief. Even in love failure, if there is grief from the love failure, you can think of Ignacia, or there is another medicine, acid force also. Now, see, at least of my age, patients are likely to suffering from prostate difficulties. Now, for prostate, Sabal cellulita is a specific drug. Now you must know here common name. Sabal cellulita has common name Sopameto. And there is a good booklet on entirely on Sopameto. See, if you don't know the Sopameto name, and actually you will be surprised that what drug is. So you must know synonyms of every drug. And perhaps Sopameto written by perhaps Clark. Its cases also given in cure. So in that way, synonymous is required. Now see another thing, Chuja. When a patient comes to us for warts, and he comes from other homeopaths, but here also if you want to give Chuja, but if you will write Chuja, patient will run away. But instead of that, if you write Arbor Vita, patient will think, oh, this is something new. So you must know synonyms also, what is the importance of this. In the same way, for certain patients, if you write syphilinum, patient will feel bad. The doctor understands me with the bad character. I am a syphilitic patient. At that time you write Lueticum. If you write Lueticum, patient will be happy. And he will willingly give the fees also. So at least synonyms, some small things, etc., they are very important things you must know. Now, majority of the skin diseases, they are treated in homeopathy with the ointment. And ointment contains zinc. If you know this, we have another drug that whenever the skin diseases are suppressed by the ointment, the zinc is the first medicine in homeopathy. So in that way, we have so many drugs, you can remember the entire Materia Medica. There is no need to remember the certain tips, but you must know the tips of all the drugs. Another drug, Ethusa synapium. Its common name is fool's parsley. Means only intelligent people can understand that this is not parsley. Everyone, parsley is Petroselinum. If you know, parsley is Petroselinum. But Ethusa is very parallel to parsley, and that's why it is known as fool's parsley. And coincidentally, Ethusa is a medicine for fools. Ethusa is a medicine for fools, backward children. So if you know such things, basically, you can remember the entire Materia Medica. Now, yes, in thyroid, whenever the emaciation is there, hyperthyroidism. Now, whenever there is emaciation, whether it is hyperthyroid, whether it is cancer, whether it is tuberculosis. But if emaciation is there, iodine and iodine group is the first medicine. Now see actually why iodine is the medicine for emaciation. See at least તમે બચપણથી સાંભળ્યું હશે કે કોઈ પણ માણસ પડી જાય, બચ્ચું પડી જાય તો ઘરના વડીલો કહેશે 3-4 આયોડિન લગાવી દો, 3-4 આયોડિન લગાવી દો. હવે પડી જાય, ઇન્જરી થાય તે ભાગે શું થાય? સ્વેલિંગ આવે. 3-4 આયોડિન શું કરશે? સ્વેલિંગ ઘટાડી આપશે. It will produce emaciation. It will produce atrophy of the injured part. And that is why wherever there is emaciation, wherever there is atrophy, you can think of iodine. So see the history of all the drugs and it will be easy to practice. Quick example, બીજા drugsના. Yes, you must know the history of Socrates. You know, Socrates was given conium poison. And actually, he got paralysis from the below upwards. First, feet were paralyzed, then the upper part, and then the upper part, and up to last, mind was clear. So, conium is a medicine for ascending paralysis. We must know the history, how the drug came from, where the drug came from, what is the common name of the drug, and like that, and we can remember the entire materia medica, not only 1 or 2 drugs, but all the medicines. Now see, actually in this book, the Anukramanika I have taken from Herring's Domestic Physician. Herring has written Domestic Physician, but that book is not available out of print. And the material in every disease is I have taken from Lilienthal. Now Lilienthal is a best author in therapeutics. He has written therapeutics on all the subjects, medicine, surgery, obstetric, gynecology. And in the first place he has written one sentence, okay, where you do not find anything in Kant, look into me. See, where a physician can write, when an author can write such things, that where you do not find anything in Kant repertory, look into me. If you thoroughly study Lilienthal therapeutics, which I have written all the drugs from Lilienthal only, perhaps you won't require any repertory, but you must have control on the Lilienthal. He was the best author. He is the best author in therapeutics. Now, Herring Domestic Physician, you must read the introduction also of every book. In Herring introduction, he has written that if homeopathic medicine produces aggravation, aggravation is unbearable, and yet suppose our medicine is right, you give a strong dose of black coffee, and when the aggravation subsides, you give again the same medicine in same potency. Yeah, if again aggravation comes, you again give black coffee, and the symptoms will disappear, and with the same medicine, and medicine will work. So introduction is also useful. Introduction is not to just increase the size of the book. It gives marvelous information in introduction. So whenever there is homeopathic aggravation, and if your drug is correct, you go on giving coffee after every dose, and go on giving dose after every coffee till aggravation subsides. Now, when we are talking about the Herring, again come to the beginning of the lachesis. You know, actually, when Negroes brought lachesis to him, and actually he took the poison of lachesis on the milk sugar, so just by its vapor, actually he became discomfort in the throat. So he loosened his throat. Now you know American people never are without time. But hearing remained up to the lifetime afterwards without time. So there is constriction in the throat. Then he became purple and he became unconscious. And actually whenever he wake up, the first question he asked to his wife, what happening with me? The wife told that you loosen your tie, you became purple and you were unconscious. So that's why actually legacy has action on the throat, where the symptom is that patient can swallow solids but liquid difficult, empty swallowing is difficult. So you know the history, and legacy was such a poisonous that next day actually Negroes came to see him whether he is alive or not. This Allium cepa was also proved by Herring. Now why we should know provers, who proved the drug? Because prover is the main source of every drug. So if you want to study any drug, you study that first.
ફીવર
ના બુક્સ તો કઈ યાદ છે લીધું છે
તાવ જે લીધેલો છે ને
હા
ફીવર
એનું
ફીવર માટે જે મેડિસિન
પીવાની હશે એની મેડિસિન એક તો થેરાપેટિક્સ મુજબ જ છે
હા એટલે એ કીધું ને ફીવર માટે
લીનરમાંથી જ લીધેલું છે
હા એટલે ફીવર માટે એમને મેડિસિન સમજાવ્યું
હા
તાવ માટે
તાવ પર્ટિક્યુલર ડ્રગ્સ
અલગ અલગ ડ્રગ્સ
સિમ્પટમેટિક જ જશે Now, second thing, you remember the season. In winter, the people are giving aconite or hepar. But aconite or hepar is a medicine for dry cold wind. But in Surat, there is no dry cold wind. It is a wet cold wind. So in Surat, Lalkamara and Rustox are the most important drugs. I use the whole bottle in this season entirely. Lalkamara and Rustox because they are the medicine for the wet cold winds. And whenever the snow fall in Himalaya, so after a week the cold comes here and the wet cold starts. And that's why Dalka and Rustox is the best medicine. Now see, in smallpox, Rustox is the main medicine. Now, since